Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chips and Talk. Grab a snack. Let's chat. This is episode 35 of the critically acclaimed and commercially acclaimed podcast by me, Super Jesus Jackson. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Really appreciate it. It means the world to me. If you're on Spotify or Apple Music, please make sure to leave a review. It really helps a ton. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this podcast. Actually, it feels like this is the end of the podcast. This is something I would say at the end, but fuck it. I'm saying it at the beginning, okay? Subscribe right now. Like this video. Do what you need to do to show your love for this channel. And leave a comment down below. But anyways, what we do here, of course, we grab a snack of any kind. Sometimes we grab no snacks. And we talk about anything. Sometimes, I tell you about what I've been up to. And most of the time, I pick a random topic on the internet. And even more so lately, I do both. So, but first, before we do that, I'm going to share with you the snack I have today. Get that ASMR action. We got some Gamesa Maria cookies. I think it's Doña Maria cookies. These are the absolute best cookies in the world. Okay, maybe they're not as good as a chocolate chip cookie, or maybe not as good as a white chocolate chip macadamia from Subway. Maybe not as good as an Oreo. They're definitely better than Chips Ahoy, I'll tell you that much. Because there's nothing better than an actual kind of homemade chocolate chip cookie. That's not Chips Ahoy. For some reason, Chips Ahoy is just not, I don't know, they're good with milk, I will say that. They're good with milk. But, for some reason, I've had better chocolate chip cookies. Or, I don't know, maybe chocolate chip cookies are just so fucking good, no matter what, that it just feels like there's a hierarchy when there isn't. That doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense to me. I don't know. For some reason, I think any cookie is better than Chips Ahoy. But every time I have a Chips Ahoy, I'm like, this shit's delicious. So I don't know, maybe it's my brain being like, look, at the end of the day, you're getting a fucking chocolate chip cookie, man. But, you know how sometimes people say that with pizza? Like, no matter what pizza you have, it's still pizza, so it's still edible. That's bullshit, okay? There's definitely pizza out there that's fucking atrocious and is a disgrace to this earth and should die immediately. But anyways, this is the first time I think I'm eating cookies on the podcast. Please let me know what you're snacking on. Maybe it's a cup of coffee. Maybe it's nothing at all, you fucking savage. But here we go. These cookies are awesome with milk. What I used to do when I was young is I would get a cup of milk, literally, and I would put like 5 cookies in there, 6, and just mash them up and eat it. And it was the best. I did that with Oreos occasionally too, but that would have a tendency to send me to the restroom. Chips Ahoy is pretty good too because it's very chunky. But it's just perfect. But I love like getting like the soft, like really like fucking wet ass cookie. It's the best. Anyways, here we go. Oh. That's definitely not as good as it should be. The reason, there's nothing worse than a stale cookie. And actually, you know what's even worse? A cookie. Oh, fuck. A cookie that's like half stale. Because then you're sitting there like, what could have been? This cookie could have been so much better. Oh. Man. That was a fucking disgrace. See, the texture's supposed to be much harder. Much more crunchy. Now it already has a tiny bit of mushiness to it already. It's fucking depressing. Oh, give me some water. Need to cleanse this fucking palate, man. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck these cookies. That's why I like to keep the cookies in my room, because if I put them out in public, in the kitchen, people don't close shit right. They half-ass eat them, and then they get fucking stale. And then it's like, fuck, there goes my fucking $4, $3, $5. It's a shit show. Anyways, let me tell you what I've been up to here. So, well, first things foremost, some housekeeping here. So I uploaded, not only did I upload last week's episode of Chips and Talk to YouTube, but I also uploaded a backup video. It was a backup episode that I hadn't uploaded to YouTube, and it's up now, I believe. And I'm going to be doing that again. I will upload this one when it needs to be uploaded, probably Sunday. And then you will get on Tuesday another episode of Chips and Talk. That is, I don't know, one of the episodes that I needed. I believe it's... I think I did episode 27. The next episode you're getting is 28. Now, for those of you audio listeners on Spotify or Apple Music, you're already caught up. But if you're on the YouTubes, you're not. So I have yet to do that, and I will do that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have fucking 5 videos that I need to upload. It's crazy. It's kind of backup videos. It's crazy how, like, when I started being, like, lazy about YouTube and not posting my Chips and Talk videos on YouTube, I was like, it's fine. I'll get to it at some point. And then in no time, I was at the 5th episode where I was already slacking off. So, good thing I stopped it here, because it's not good. It's no bueno. Anyways. Okay. What have I been up to? So I believe last time we talked, I mentioned a little bit about Beatles and Rock Band and all this shit. I have not had a lot of time to play, and the time that I have had to play, I was either editing or sleeping, so that's not good. I did some work here and there. I didn't really get to play really as much as I didn't get to play really at all. Any Guitar Hero, no Rock Band, no nothing. But I've also been interested in trying to see if I could snag a Nintendo 3DS, a new Nintendo 3DS XL. I don't know if I mentioned this last video, but the 3DSs have skyrocketed in value. And I already have a 3DS. It's a Fire Emblem Cobalt Blue Special Edition Original 3DS. And that one, I got it for super fucking cheap, dude. I swear to God, I kid you not, I think it was like $90 or $190. It was one of those. And now that thing goes up to like $400, $500. I'm not kidding. So it's a huge, huge thing here. I might consider selling it and then just getting a new 3DS XL, but I don't think so. I think I'll keep it because it's a really cool 3DS and I love hardware. So, and that's kind of where it comes from, because do I really have some 3DS games that I want to play? Yeah. Do I mostly just want to have the system? Yes. Because this one was specifically interesting. I don't know if many of you are aware of the Nintendo 3DS. Well, the original Nintendo 3DS was great. I loved it. It blew my mind when it came out. I got it basically day one. I was pretty excited. Actually, no, I didn't get it day one. I did not. No, I got it on my birthday. I think it came out in March and I got it in August or something like that. So it was, and by then it actually price dropped, and because it originally retailed for $250, which is insane. But for some reason people bitched, but I think it was because, we were in this transitioning period where Nintendo was like, we can't justify selling you a DS anymore for any lower than $250. This is a 3D system, this is a premium system here. Whether it's right or wrong, whatever, they did it. So many people bitched, and then they lowered the price to $160, I believe, or $175, something like that. It was insane, dude. And that's when I was like, especially, well, my sister was the one who bought me the 3DS originally, and I told her, I originally wanted it back when it was going to be at $250, and then she was like, that's a lot of money, and I was like, yeah, and then later I was like, oh, but they're having a price drop. It's a price drop. And I think I also traded in, what did I do actually? Wait a minute. Oh no, holy shit. Yeah, she didn't do shit. I traded in a DSi that I got. I had it new or something. And I traded that in, and then my sister paid the difference, and that's how I got the 3DS. So, yeah. She didn't pay a lot. Let's just say that. But I got the 3DS at the time. It was great, and it had 3D, of course, and it wasn't face tracking 3D, so you had to keep your eyes locked on the screen in order to get the 3D effect. Then, eventually, there's a bunch of iterations. I ended up selling that 3DS somehow. I ended up getting rid of it. I probably traded it in. And then I ended up getting a Nintendo 3DS XL at some point. For Pokemon, and then I let go of that for a fucking modded PS3, and then I never really ended up playing that, and then after that, I kept that. I've kept that all this time, and then I didn't get a 3DS after that. I just the last 3DS I got was the Fire Emblem 3DS, the blue one. That was interesting. I played it. I didn't play it a lot, but I played it. Then I believe, I kept that, and then the new 3DS XL came out, and I remember at the time it came out, and my friend had it, or whatever, and I didn't really care. I was like, why are you getting another iteration of this fucking 3DS? And, but now I want it, and now they're not overpriced, they're about normal, but, any special edition goes for a crazy amount. And right now, I have my eyes on the Super Nintendo edition of the 3D, the new 3DS. I wanted the Pikachu one, but that one's insanely expensive. And it's kind of mustardy, gross yellow. It's kind of a gross yellow. If it was like a darker yellow, I'd probably be more down for it. But because it's a very light yellow, I don't think I'm down for it. It's kind of nasty. But the nice Super Nintendo gray one is perfect. I love that one. It's my favorite. But interested in getting one, but it's a lot of money. And I just don't have the budget for it, but gotta make the budget somehow. But anyways, that's what I've been kind of thinking about here, checking some on eBay here. Been trying to get other stuff on eBay too, but I've been trying to get Persona 4 Dancing All Night on Vita. But no luck there so far. I've been sending offers, but a lot of these people are like, who the fuck do you think you are sending me this shit? Fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, fuck you, dude. It's bullshit. Anyways. I don't know. I might get it. I have to be realistic with myself and really just tell myself, look, like, you're just not going to play this shit. You just want it because it's cool, So... whatever, I don't fucking know. I mean, I might play it. There's definitely games that I do want to play for sure. But the system's just amazing. So, buy it now. $490. Fuck you. $490. You can go fuck right off, dude. Fuck right off. Actually, that's just a box. That's insane. That's just the box. Wasn't even the fucking system. Go fuck right off. Anyways, there's some of these people are selling this shit for like $1,000, over $1,000. It's fucking insane. Anyways, let's pick a random topic on the internet here. I'm getting bored. Probably boring the fuck out of you. Because you're like, what the fuck? Where's my topic? So here we go. What do you think about reality TV? Why do you think it's so popular? That's a super easy answer. People just love to look at other people's lives, be as entrenched in other people's lives as much as possible so they don't have to look at theirs, and also at the same time so they can compare their lives to the other people's. And it's especially interesting if that person's life is better. And it's also interesting if that person's life is worse. But it's especially interesting if that person's life that they're vicariously living through is better. Like the Kardashians. And a lot of these other fucking reality TV shows. It's just, it paints a fake picture of your reality, or a fake future of your reality, essentially, right? Let's be honest. And people just get excited over that shit, and they just love living vicariously through some of these reality TV stars. And, no fucking wonder. These people have mansions, they have cars, they have money, they could buy anything they want. I mean, it's awesome, right? But at the same time, there's plenty of people that make the argument it's a fucking waste of time. Look, I'm not going to say that. I mean, there's plenty of things that everyone does that's a waste of time. Okay, so come on. But there's plenty of people. There's their stereotype. You know, the person who watches fucking reality TV every night or whatever the fuck and just does nothing with their lives. Yeah, that's pathetic. You should probably do something better with your life. But yeah, you know, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. It doesn't really. I mean, if it's on, I'm sure I'm gonna watch it a little bit. But like, I don't go to my way. Like I'm like after I finish this podcast, I'm not gonna go fucking watch a reality TV show. It's just not gonna happen. You know, like I give no shits. I like to kind of live my own life. Also, here's another thing too, is the TV part. I haven't watched TV other than, of course, when I'm at the barbershop or whatever the fuck, or like, you know, when I'm, you know, sitting at someone's house and they have the TV on. But like, you know, I don't actively like turn on the TV and watch it. I haven't done that probably ever. Probably when I was a kid, back when I was like 13, you know, 14 maybe. I think that's it. Maybe 13. Probably younger. Yeah, like, and that was it. 11, 12. I don't fucking know, dude. I didn't fuck that, man. I watched my cartoons, my teenage sitcoms, and that's about it. And that was fun. But you know, any fucking real TV shows, fuck that, dude. There are some interesting ones that I watch like at the doctor's office sometimes. Like this guy that like fucking this like person or whatever that like goes and just kind of shows houses to people, and those are cool too, because guess what? It's kind of reality TV, and it's like getting a house vicariously through these people and seeing their joy or whatever the fuck, and seeing the property and seeing how beautiful some of these properties are and how much money they are, and you're just like, well, it'd be wonderful if I could get that shit. And it is just one of those things, you know, where you just look at it and it's really nice, and you just sort of kind of imagine how nice it would be for you. And I think that's a huge reason. It's probably the biggest reason why reality TV is just so big. Is usually if you're going to show something on TV, it's because it's grandiose. It's because it's difficult to obtain for the normal person. That's why it's appealing, you know. And then there's a show like Seinfeld, but see, Seinfeld's not reality TV. But you know, Seinfeld is a show about nothing. But even then, anything creative, there are things that, you know, we want in like creative. Anything that's worth anything creatively, I think, has to show some sort of future aspiration or something that you can relate to in the present, but at the same time, it still has to be something that you look forward to or that you look up to. I believe any art that's worthwhile is that. Even the songs that relate to me the most when it comes to art, right? Songs that relate to me, I still look up to them in some way, shape, or form. So, or it's an exaggerated form of what I'm already living, but it's exaggerated, so it's kind of appealing to me because it's an exaggerated version of my life. I don't know, some shit like that. I'm going off on a fucking tangent, but I think you get my point. So moving on. Do you play sports video games? Ugh, fuck that, dude. What's your favorite genre of movie? I'm pretty sure I've already answered this, but I don't know. I think horror is great, although I'm pretty sure I would get bored of watching horror movies all the time. Although, hey, I mean, if they're worthwhile, good horror movies, they will keep you on your toes, and every single one of them will surprise you in a different way. But I think probably dramas are my favorite. Like dramas, like some sort of drama, you know, like action, you know, that's cool, but it's usually very, I don't know, kind of surface level for me, even though obviously there is artistry in action movies, 100%. I'm just saying the grand scheme of things compared to other genres of music, of movies, they're just not up there entirely for me, although they're super fun and they have a huge amount of artistry behind them, don't get me wrong. Yeah, dramas are good. Psychological movies, they can be pretty cool, but a lot of them can be pretentious and difficult to understand. I will say that. Thrillers are fantastic. I think it's a mixture between a drama and a thriller, although usually the thrillers are dramas. But I also don't really know what a fucking drama movie class. What is it? What's a drama movie? because I might be getting it completely wrong. Drama or category intended to be more serious than humorous in tone. Oh, is that it? Is that really all it fucking... Well, I guess, yeah, I guess a drama. But, ooh, is that Oscar Isaac? Is that Oscar Isaac? I don't think that's Oscar. Wait, let me see. No, that's not Oscar Isaac. Sorry, I'm looking at this thing called 365 Days. Polish erotic thriller. The plot follows a young Warsaw woman in a spiritless relationship falling for a dominant Sicilian man who imprisons and imposes on her a period of 365 days for which to fall in love with him. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty genius. I like that. Interesting. I gotta look at a screenshot of this. It's an erotic thriller. I have to see a screenshot of this. Oh, okay. So this is a very erotic thriller. Like, it is a fucking thing that they do. This is a thing. They have sex in this movie. See, usually when it comes to these sorts of movies, once it gets really into the sex, it's kind of like that's kind of when it loses me a little bit. Although I did like 50 Shades of Grey, I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy that. The woman in the movie is gorgeous. She's very pretty. But obviously the guy is very attractive. He has to be. He's got to be a heartthrob. I mean, come on. I mean, what the fuck is the point? Yeah, she's beautiful. That's very nice. That's interesting. Oh, she's sucking on ice cream. Of course she is. Anyways, it's one of the worst reviewed big hits. That makes sense. I mean, that's essentially 50 Shades of Grey, man. Everyone fucking hates those movies essentially, like critics-wise, but at the same time, they do so well, like in the box office. People just love to see that shit. Anyways, okay. What the fuck was I on? Oh yeah, drama movies. So, yes, more serious than humorous. That is my favorite for sure. But I will say thrillers are a close second, if not tied, because a thriller like Primal Fear, for example, with Edward Norton and Richard Gere. Oh my god, just absolutely incredible. And usually I don't usually like movies that kind of surprise you or whatever the fuck, but those movies tend to really fucking be great. Really, they're inevitable for me to enjoy. So it really, and thrillers tend to be dramatic. So, it kind of, I think I'm going to say thriller because at the end of the day, I'm going to get a drama. Or actually, no, I'm going to say drama because thrillers fall into drama most of the time. So I'm just going to say drama. Those are my favorite. That's my favorite. Comedy is 100% up there for sure. But the thing about comedy is that obviously it gets old at some point. So you have to wait. But I mean, obviously that's with any, but if I was constantly watching comedy movies, I feel like I would get sick of it at some point, same thing if I was, but I feel like if I was constantly watching thrillers, I would get less bored, or constantly watching dramas, but yeah, inevitably but I know that my human brain would inevitably be like, look, like, come on, let's go watch fucking Meet the Fockers or something, but that is just my human brain not being able to take the same thing over and over again. But I feel like if there's one thing I would want to do over and over again, that would be the thing, even though I physically and emotionally would never be able to do that and mentally never be able to do that. And that's okay because I truly don't want to do that, but I feel like I want to do that. Does that make any fucking sense? If there was ever a world where I was going to watch a single genre movie consistently all the time, it would be dramas, period. There it is. End of fucking story. Anyways, that was a pretty interesting conversation. I wonder what your favorite genre movie is. I wonder, specifically, too, what you think of reality TV. You can send me an email at superjesusjackson@gmail.com or comment down below on the YouTubes. That'd be great. I recently put out a video reviewing a Batman v Superman statue that my girlfriend got me for my birthday. It was probably one of the greatest gifts I've ever received in my life, if not the greatest. She just knows me so well, and she obviously picked that. For those of you who are listening to this podcast, you probably know that I'm a big Snyder fan, and Zack Snyder to be exact. He directed a movie called Batman v Superman that I love a lot, and if you follow my YouTube, you know that about me. You should, at least. You fucking should. And it's a very special, statue that is linked very closely to that movie. It's a statue from the movie, of course. But it's beyond just a statue of Superman or a statue of Batman, in the grand scheme of things. It's a little bit more special to the movie. It's anyone that loves that movie would know that statue. You have to love that movie in order to really care and know what that statue's from. Anyways, I'm talking a lot about shit that you probably don't care about, because you're probably like, what the fuck, dude? Talk about another shit. Talk about some more shit. But it's like, fuck, dude, like, I don't feel like talking about more shit. You know what shit I'm getting at? Shit. That made no sense. But anyways. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Chips and Talk. Grab a snack. Let's chat. This was a great time. I hated the fucking cookies. You probably hated the sound too, so that sucked. But I'm going to try and get some better snacks next time. I really got to take a shit. Jeez, you probably didn't need to know that. But anyways, if it's your birthday, happy fucking birthday to you, you beautiful creature. If it's your night, hope you have a great night. If it's your day, hope you have a great day. Your morning, I hope you have a great morning. If you're working out, get them fucking gains. And if you're working right now, what are you doing? Stop listening to this shit. Work. I'm just kidding. Get that bread. Anyways, that's it for me. You guys take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.